Each day we strive to make it Black home, Black to the future, Black in one piece. Where being Black is a bop, like a song we replay every 3 minutes and 30 seconds of every day. Where being Black is a vibe, all the time. You're listening to TMBP Media with your host, Dr. Tasha.
Today, we have with us the one and only Nicole Williams. Share with us a little bit about what you do professionally and then any critical information that we need as we jump into this conversation.
I am an entrepreneur. I own a business, Incredibly Sweet, specializing in chocolate-covered strawberries. I have a line of gourmet caramel popcorn.
The popcorn is good, y'all.
And I am also taking the steps for consulting. I'm teaching classes now. And so it is just a wonderful venture, a wonderful journey that I'm happy to be on.
Yes, yes. Where do you consider home? What's your hometown?
So I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, right in the heart of South Central LA.
Can you share what brought you here to Wichita and what are some of the things that have kept you here?
I came here almost 8 years ago with my family, and we decided that we wanted to have a better opportunity for our children. Where we come from is a lot of gang activity, it's a lot of poverty. It's still a wonderful place to be, but we just wanted to give our kids a different chance to be able to grow up in a great environment, great neighborhood, and a great school.
Yeah. Who would you want to play you in a biopic?
Wow. Who would I want to play me? I think that the closest person to me right now will be my daughter.
Aw.
She knows me so very well. The move was really stressful on her because she was in high school and she moved away from all her friends and everything that we knew in her family as well. And she became Sister Mommy.
Oh.
To this day, she does everything that I would do. She says a lot of things that I would say. And she just has like my bubbly personality. And so it'll be really neat to see how she would play that out.
Say, for instance, you were not available, but I had to get this interview in and learn all about Nicole. Who would I need to talk to?
That would be little sister. She has been such an inspiration and a help to me with Incredibly Sweet. She is also very well scripted because she's been around enough to know what to say and how to say it and how to be enthusiastic with the customers and just have that personal relationship with them. Yeah, it would definitely be her. Okay.
How do you identify in terms of race and ethnicity?
A strong, nurturing Black woman.
And how would you define Blackness?
I would define Blackness as being strong, being authentic, being able to overcome adversity no matter what. Sometimes that comes with putting others before you because you have been set at the forefront or the center of everything. And so a lot of the weight falls on your shoulders as a Black woman.
For sure. Something I define as peak Blackness is those moments when you're witnessing something, you're experiencing something, and it's like, ooh, I love us. I love being Black.
Oh,
so
yes.
What's a moment like that for you? What's peak Blackness to you?
Peak Blackness to me is call and response.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
I love a good call and response, whether it's at a concert, at church, any type of event. A call and response will get us going
for sure.
Each and every time.
Every time. Yeah. So have you ever wanted to be anything other than Black? Why or why not?
I don't even think I ever considered that. I can't see myself being anything beyond or anything other than a Black woman because I embrace all of it, from the skin tone, the melanin, to my hair, to the natural beauty.
Yes.
I embrace all of that.
Yeah. So this is a perfect segue because the majority of my academic research has focused on colorism and hair discrimination, whether that's based on your hair texture or how you style your hair. How would you describe your skin complexion and your hair? And can you elaborate on if you feel that those aspects of your identity have impacted how you show up in the world or how people respond to you or just your lived experience?
Being raised in Los Angeles, California, you have a variety of all races closely being in the neighborhood with Black and brown, we always embrace each other's culture, whether it be language, hair, food. The schools, they were integrated as well. As far as skin complexion goes, I've always embraced my skin tone. I embrace it all. I love when it is well moisturized and you can see like the rainbows shining. Those are the types of things that I experienced at the beaches in California.
Okay.
Like how the sun reflects off your skin. It's like almost like a rainbow. So I am so happy in the skin that I'm in.
Are there other things, or can you elaborate on how those aspects of your life have impacted your view of Blackness?
I don't think it has impacted it too much because it was natural to be Black in those neighborhoods and those environments. It was a natural thing to stay out late at night until those lights came on. You knew it was time for you to come in the house.
Yes.
Or your grandmother walking out to the porch and you knew it was time for you to come in. Just the whole community of it all.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing the same thing. And so you didn't look at it as, oh, just because I'm Black. Everybody took care of each other in those times. Now it's a little bit different. We're still on that path, but I think when I was coming up, it was more of a community.
Do you think your view of Blackness has evolved or changed over time, and especially with your move?
I think it evolved since I've been here because I have wanted to show more of my authenticity of being Black through my hair. I would have never thought about doing this in California because, again, we were all the same. But here, it's different races and different people and different cultures. And I just want to express that the best of my ability. And what better way to do that with my natural hair? If you know anything about locks and natural hair, there is a point that comes, do you want to continue this journey or not? We call it trust in the process. And when you trust the process, it is also a journey that you have to accept where you are in that moment, in that time, and you're going to be in front of people, your people and people that are not of your same race. And sometimes that can convey laziness, it can convey power to the people, but it's not that. It's like you come to a point in your life where you really want to express who you are from the crown of your head.
This is a prime example why I like having these conversations, because being from the East Coast and just my limited knowledge of the West Coast in California, I would have thought it would be the opposite. I wasn't expecting you to say that there you weren't as prone to make that transition. That was really interesting.
I think it's because I'm in a different space in my life. I was a lot younger and I didn't understand the power behind it. Once you get out into the community and you start to doing a lot of networking and you're around a lot of different people in all different spaces and places, you find that you want to express your identity. And you can't express that verbally. When I walk into the room, I want to exude that.
How would you describe what being Black in this world is like on a day-to-day? What's that experience?
I think it depends on who you are as an individual. For me, it means a few things. It means I get the opportunity to be different, to be a leader, and walk with my head held high, despite what society may feel or think about Black women in this community.
We've talked about food, the whole idea of being home at a certain time before the lights, all that kind of stuff. To me, that's part of our culture.
Yeah.
And so do you think that Blackness and Black culture are the same, and why?
I think it is the same. I think anytime we get together and the food is the same, the call and response, the dances, the whole culture about being Black is so authentic. There's nothing like it. It can't be duplicated or replicated. And we're in a league of our own.
I love what you shared, because when I first started doing the interviews last year, I kept getting the same response when I would ask about peak Blackness. It was always about us gathering, similar to that call and response.
That's the uniqueness of it all.
Yeah. We talked pre-episode about the technique you've established for your popcorn. And so I just wanted to ask if you think your background, your personal experiences, you being a Black woman, our culture, all of that plays a role in what you bring or try to infuse into your business, and not just the day-to-day admin aspect of it, but really what you put into the popcorn and all the other sweets that you make.
Yeah, that is one thing that takes a lot of time and dedication to really be able to incorporate. Because when you're first starting out, you just want to get your basic flavors. Like you want to narrow those down. You want to make sure they're perfect. Since I have developed these different flavor profiles, I have been expanding my recipes to incorporate different flavors like chicken and waffles, just like the savory and the sweet all at the same time. I did a cupcake for Father's Day. It was like a cupcake, but it was cornbread. It was mashed potatoes, and it was a chicken wing on top.
Oh my goodness. I missed that, y'all.
I didn't reinvent the wheel. I just added some of my different textures and tastes to it. Like I added cheese and garlic to the mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Or, I added like a little jalapeno flavor to the cornbread and hot sauce and like a little drizzle of hot sauce and a couple of green onions just to make it a part of me, part of my culture.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so I want y'all to know, Nicole got me together because I was talking about how good the popcorn was. And I was like, yeah, I want some. She had an infused flavor at a recent event. So good. Yeah. And then I said, and then I'll take some of the plain. And it's classic, y'all. Classic. She got me right on together. But yes, but all of the flavors are delicious.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm so glad you enjoyed those.
Yes. Entrepreneurship in general is demanding, but I definitely think there's an added layer of what that looks like for us as Black women. And that's whether you're in a 9-to-5 workplace.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, or really any space that we take up. My question is just around how your identity as a Black woman has shaped your entrepreneurial journey. If you have any advice that you would give to other Black women who are looking to potentially embark on that journey, and particularly here in Wichita.
The advice I can offer to any Black entrepreneur is figure out your why. Why do you want to do what you're doing? And it can't just be about the money, because that's going to run dry.
Listen.
The money, it'll come and the money will go. It's really important to express to women that you can be whatever you want to be. You can be that wife, you can be the mom, you can have the job, and you can be an entrepreneur. It's not an easy journey, but it's the most rewarding, because being an entrepreneur helped me identify not what I do, but who I am. Baking literally saved my life.
Wow.
I was in a whole dark place when I moved here because I didn't have any support, no friends, no family. It was just me and the kids. I had to figure out a way to come out of that depression. The baking is what saved me. And so now that it has saved me, now it's keeping me.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah.
That is good. I love that.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk about life in general. It's so much happening all the time.
All the time.
It feels
Absolutely.
like you got burnout. And then I was speaking with another Black woman entrepreneur yesterday, and we were talking about how, especially in the beginning of your journey, sometimes you feel like you have to be at everything, or just putting yourself out there.
Yeah. When I first started, I did not know everything. I still don't know everything. I knew that if I put myself in front of people, that was my main goal. Get yourself in front of people. Let people understand and know who you are. Give them a sample. Let them taste that popcorn. Or let them have a chocolate-covered strawberry. I knew that that was going to be one of the ways that I can get my foot in the door, and the ways I can start to learn and understand the business. And once you start knowing some people that can help you, they will help you, and that will help you further along your entrepreneurship journey. I wanted to touch on self-care. I was under the belief that self-care was getting your hair and your nails done, your eyebrows, but that's not self-care. That's just maintenance. The thing I learned is that through prayer and meditation, throw in some yoga every now and then, mindful breathing, those things for me is self-care, because when you have a lot of roles and you wear a lot of hats, everything and everybody is pulling from you. Yep. And so you got to find a way to bring it in and center it all so you won't be pouring from an empty cup.
Absolutely. Self-care looks different for different people. Yeah. It goes beyond that maintenance piece. Those things are great and make you feel good, but we got to dig a little bit deeper. Yeah. I like how you phrased the sample piece of it. I might have to use that. I'm gonna credit you. But I was at something like a networking event, and I was asked to speak on how you can network outside of social media. Because of anxiety and because of all these different factors, I've had to network in ways that keep me well. And for me, that is a form of self-care, where somebody's saying, you got to be at this, and this. That is not keeping me well. And that is not self-care.
Right.
So I like the idea of giving them a sample, even meaning and looking like I'm strategic about what I show up to.
Absolutely.
And that's where you'll get your sample.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had got down to a science of everywhere I went, I would keep cookies or popcorn in my bag. I would give a card and a bag of popcorn. Then I discovered that I wanted to just celebrate us. A few times my friends that would accomplish great things or have a milestone that they overcame or anything that I felt like they needed to be celebrated, I would offer them a random act of sweetness, like a bouquet of a dozen chocolate-covered strawberries, and it would just be random. We all need to be celebrated on all things that we do, especially Black women.
Having this entrepreneurship conversation, I have to mention Spark.
Oh, yes.
Now, I love you so much, Nicole. Okay, but cohort 2, okay?
Spark 1.
No, but
Hey,
I
Sparky.
appreciate y'all, cohort 1, for paving the way for cohort 2. But share a little bit about your experience in Spark and how it's helped you.
My experience with Spark is absolutely amazing. I still use a lot of the tools, the teachings that I learned from Spark.
Yeah.
I encourage every entrepreneur to take that time out to not just work on their business, but in their business too. It may be the other way around, but you know what I'm saying? That's one of the takeaways that I really embrace. The other thing that is really important for your business is the executive summary that we all walk away with Spark. I don't think a lot of people really understand how important that is. Breaking down your numbers and your profits and your sales and your loss, all of that plays a major role in the success of your business. I will always be thankful and grateful to not only Spark, but to Create Campaign, Tristina Long and her crew for really pouring into entrepreneurs in the community.
Spark is so impactful and beneficial because it's more than just the 12 weeks. Now, this is not a Spark
Right.
infomercial, I promise y'all. But I have to give credit where it's due.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for me, yes, the 12 weeks was foundational. Like you said, the pitch and the executive summary and even just the connections that were made, because Spark was one of the first things I got involved with after moving here. From that, I still have those connections, and I don't use the term friend loosely, but I actually gained a friend, a true friend from cohort 2, and I'm really, really grateful for that. We've just continued to support one another in business, but in personal life too. I could go on and on, but shout out to Spark.
Shout out
Create
to
Campaign.
Spark. Yeah.
Christina Long. Alejo, Tijuana, all y'all.
All y'all. Yeah.
Sana, everybody. But so what's the legacy that you want to leave for your family, for the broader Wichita community, for Black people, the Black community, Black women, your legacy? What does that look like?
Oh, goodness. So, I mean, from the top, when I noticed that this was something that I was never going to stop doing, that's when the legacy piece started to kick in for my children. Ooh,
Yeah, it's big.
that's big, right?
Woo.
Girl.
Yeah,
That piece, that's a lot of my why.
yeah.
The kids, my kids. And so it gave me this meter of like, you can go so far and then there's a stop button. But I want to go around it
Yeah.
to the other side of it and like recalibrate and keep going for them.
Ooh. Oh,
Right?
you're dropping all kind of nuggets. Yes.
That's so important for me. The legacy that I want to leave for Black women is I do these classes and they're called dip and sips. You'll be dipping chocolate covered strawberry, but you can sip whatever suits your fancy.
Right.
And I was doing this one dip and sip and it was with a church group. They had the Rosé Welch's sparkling apple cider. Before we start to get into the class, I just give them a little bit about myself, who I am. I started the conversation off about what I do, I mentioned that I have been told, oh, you're just a baker, right? And so I'm not just a baker. It's so much more. It's not just about chocolate and popcorn. It's about me being a child of God, embracing that in my journey. I represent an example of women doing whatever it is they want to do. Because when you say, oh, she's just a baker, to me, that's a slap in the face.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what I want to embody and encourage is that even though I have a label of being just a baker, that is far from the truth. If you take the connotation of being a baker as like, minute or little, think about what being a baker has done for me in my journey and all the doors that have been open and all the doors I'm going to be walking through and all the opportunities that I have been given because I am a baker.
Yeah. Ooh, this is good.
This is good, right?
and my thing is, first and foremost, half the people saying that can't make chocolate chip cookies from scratch. Okay, I'm just being for real. And really and truly, my mom she's always been an amazing chef, and she's at different points in her life done small catering, and just due to life circumstances was not able to get it to go as big as she would like. I have so much respect and reverence for her because it's something that she loves.
Yeah.
But baking, cooking, it's a science. It
is.
It is a science. And so I'm like, I don't like that. Made me mad talking about just a baker. I mean, there's so much that goes into that. And if it was easy like that, everybody
would be doing it.
Yeah.
That's just like entrepreneurship. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have told me that. Now I want names and stuff. But But so this is bringing us on down to our final couple of questions. You talked about your hair, your skin. What are some of the ways that you display your Blackness on a day-to-day basis?
From the jewelry that I wear, especially a lot of the bracelets that I wear, sometimes they have these wings on it, or they'll have little affirmations. Every time I hear it, it reminds me of the affirmation. Sometimes through my clothing, what I wear, if I want to wear an African garb, if I want to wear just a suit, if I want to wear a muumuu, and some big earrings,
Yeah.
My attire, I feel like I can give many expressions through that way.
So that brings us to the question of the day. Like, what would you say Black in One Piece means to you?
I don't know if I can put it in one piece. I think Black in One Piece is like a billion pieces all put together. It's everything from the food, the culture, the hair, the family unit, dynamic of the family. I don't think I can put it in one piece. I think it's a bunch of pieces all poured into one.
Yes. If you don't mind, share with the people where we can find you, how we can support you, anything you have going on that's coming up.
Sure. So you can reach me at www.incrediblysweet.com. You can also reach me at area code 316-491-1738. I am a culinary art chef at Mark Arts, so I would love for you to come down and join me as I embark on my classes. You can go there at the Mark Arts site and register. That would be awesome.
Listen, me and Corinthian about to sign up for a date night, and I already know it's going to be amazing. Yeah. So make sure you check out all the things that Nicole has going on. More than just a baker, culinary arts chef. Yeah. She's going to be doing consulting, amazing things. Thank you so much again for spending time with us.
You're welcome.
And until next time, stay Black in One Piece.
And remember, be incredibly sweet.
Hey!
Woo!